How do, folks? How you doing? Just a quick one, as you know. Hold on tight today. I suppose you're gonna bounce. We're gonna bounce. I'll start with gimps. Get the gimps out of the way. I've just been to a depopulation store on the way back for the missus, and she wanted me to pick some things up. So I noticed I saw probably 4 or 5 semi-gimps, and these semi-gimps have got these gags down here, and I'm trying to think, what's the mentality behind this, you know, and they're putting them on and they think, oh, get away, because nobody will complain if I put it there. So like, this is about nobody's going to complain, or I can get away with this, as opposed to the fact that it's a load of bollocks. So hey, what do? Do we scream and shout? No. Done. You can't tell somebody who puts a gag there that there ain't no virus. He knows. He's not afraid of it. He doesn't think that he's going to catch something. Clearly. So why would we tell him? Because we're wasting our breath. We're killing ourselves over bollocks. And what we're doing most of all is acquiescing to what we should be doing, and that is looking after ourselves and those around us, those that can listen. Because the fact is, those that will actually listen, they'll gravitate to each other, surely. And this is where all the controlled opposition comes in, because they take all the shills out there, they club them together, they get you Pied Piper, or following the Pied Piper, and get you right into their little worlds, which look right and look absolutely fantastic, and on paper are picture perfect. Yes, we get my particular one is the protesting. We get everybody out protesting. Well, we're having hay fever variants. Wait for the fucking protester variant. You've got millions of people, because they're not saying about the millions now because they're keeping it quiet, but when they're ready, it's like millions of people come out, and what they did is spread this protesting variant all between each other, and then they all went off to all the different villages and towns and cities that they live in, and now unfortunately the entire country's got the protest variant, so we have to lock down permanently. The next one, I would think, will be the permanent one. The next one, or the one after, is going to be the permanent one. They're not just going to keep bouncing you in and out forever. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But what we're going to do, are we going to keep doing this shit, or are we going to wake up to the fact that all it's doing is creating our own acquiescence to what we really need to be doing, and that is creating our own remedies. We need to be curing our own issues, and the ones that will listen can learn how to cure their issues, and then they can tell the ones that can listen to them, rather than folks just sitting there waiting for you to cure this issue and then that issue, and then they come back for this issue, and then they'll come back again for that issue, and then they're not actually learning and they're not teaching anybody. There's far more going on than the law. Far more going on than the law, and we can get really deep, but probably best not, because a great episode. But in all honesty, I just have a chat, and I've got loads of firm beliefs, and those close to me do know, but a lot of my beliefs and a lot of the things that even opened my mind up, Rob from Observation Deck, his early videos before he went into the law, check some of that shit out if you want to wake up and realise there's far more going on than the law, or any one aspect. When you're talking of remedy, and you're talking of health, medicine, I've dipped into it a load of times, and I'd love to go deep into it, but in all honesty, the reason I won't go deep into the health, because I know some shit. Clearly I know some shit. I've healed myself of heart disease, but there are people out there that don't only know far more than me, that can explain it far better than I can. And one, for instance, I was just talking to Rob today, and we're hit on something that he may do a video on in the future pertaining to health, and I couldn't do it justice, and I hope he does, because that's the shit people need to hear. Yeah, health, just basic life itself. What's going on in this world? What do you think's going on to what is going on? Because there's so many that are woke up that don't actually realise really what's going on. They think that this is the problem, so they're woke up and now they're fighting this problem. But that problem in actual fact is just one little aspect of what's really going on. And until you can actually wake up to the whole fact, you're focusing on one little point. You're not chipping away at it. You're not going to fix it. The point is the whole problem. And the whole problem can't be fixed in the conventional means that people are thinking with the protesting. Get them to understand we don't like this. Oh, they know. They already know that shit, and they're spending unlimited funds on the best minds in the world to make sure that they can get away with it even though you don't like this shit. So yeah, protesting isn't waking anybody up, because all you're doing really is falling exactly into their hands. Because let's face it, every protest's organised. Right, I big bee in my bonnet, and I've got friends that join in with this protesting, and it is what it is. I don't fall out with my friends because they're going protesting, and they don't fall out with me because I tell them they're fucking idiots for doing it. That's my opinion. My opinion might be worth shit to them. It don't matter. That's my opinion. I'm not keeping it to myself, as is my right. I can show it to anybody they want, but I'm not forcing it on anybody. I'm not saying you've got to agree with me. I'm just telling you what I fucking think. So yeah, I've got great friends, but unfortunately, and they see that this is the only way of doing something, and I do get that mind process, or that thought process. I think the thing is, I've just gone a little bit further, and I've been in this game maybe a little longer, or I'm a little deeper, or maybe I woke up a different way, I don't know. But I see that these are all their agendas. They have you doing this. This is the Pied Piper in action. And I don't care what level you're at it, you might be right up there in it, but you just don't realise yet that you're being used and you're being MK Ultra'd. There's no nice way to say it, and it's not an insult. It really isn't. It's a wake-up call. It's like just analyse what's going on and what your actions will create ultimately. You're talking a world agenda, and the reality is there's only one protest that'll ever work, and I think it was Sir Dennis Ely that said it, or was it Dennis Ely? Is that? I can't remember actually. It might have been actually. Look it up. Yeah, I'm sure from my interpretation or my remembrance of the quote, you'll be able to find the quote. He stated something along the lines of the only form of protest that could ever work, he says oh no, sorry, it started with talking about what they was up to and what had happened if they really realised. And he says, and people don't realise that all it would actually take is 100,000 or so very well motivated people to turn up at Westminster and fill the halls. He told you right there. Now verbatim I can't tell you, but that was pretty much along the lines of what he was saying and what he did say. So find the quote, and I'll possibly look it up later and stick it up in one of the groups, but find it. And he told you exactly that is the only form of protest. None of this let's organise something, let's let them know, let's do a risk assessment and a fucking hellfire. No, that's not protesting. Fucking hell. Have you seen what on the internet, bounce, boing, 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 on the internet where you watch these, I'm too old to even fucking know what they're called, flash mobs, isn't it? Yeah, where they just turn up, they cause absolute fucking chaos, and nobody knew they were coming, and everybody went, what the fuck was that? That's a fucking protest. You turn up, absolutely, no fucker has a fucking clue, and it just fucking happens. And yes, it's really, really fucking difficult to do, really hard to organise in this world full of shills, and that's why we have to be better than them, not play their tunes. I don't have all the answers, but there's lots of people out there with better minds than me. So you're telling me, out of all these protesters, because in all honesty, when I listen to some of these protesters, I think what intelligent folks they are, and there's some really, really well educated folks in with these. So what about turning that mind to the real solutions that actually make a difference, rather than going along with, and your analytical or great mind can work out, yes, this is fantastic, we'll use that great mind to analyse it a little further. Could we be being played? Could we be falling into their hands? Could they bring out their next restrictions because of what was created by us doing this? Especially as they send their own mob in to create the problem, so at any time they can turn any peaceful demonstration into a fucking mob. And mob mentality does take over, that's science. You look into mob mentality, it takes fuck all to get absolutely sane and rational folks doing really stupid things. So, can you be being played? Can you? Now, if you ask me, as far as I'm concerned, anybody from the outside who isn't in this world, doesn't know even is anything going wrong, can only look at me as a complete fucking nutter, because everything is fake. Everything is fake. Doesn't matter what you're getting pulled into doing, it's fucking fake. And if it looks fantastic, it's fake. If it looks like this is definitely going to work, it's fake. If you've got anybody famous on it or anybody going viral on it and it's getting momentum in the internet, it's fake. Come on folks, it's all fake. The control structure, fake. Fake laws, fake fucking everything. The fact is, you look at what the things I do and people like me, what we do. If it wasn't all fake, we could not do what we were doing or what we do, because it wouldn't be real, would it? What we would be doing would be fake, not what we're going against. And the law side of it is just one aspect of that control structure that keeps what they've got for themselves. I'm only chipping away at one arm, but in all honesty, as most folks know, my head is into many arms of it, and I have friends that are in many arms of it without being in the law and with being in the law. You go into things, there is so much about this world that we just cannot and will not ever comprehend. We have to stop trying to comprehend the shit that we can't get to comprehend. We don't get stuck in shit that we can't fix. We need to work logically and think about what does have to be done and do what does have to be done. Now everybody, whenever I say anything like this, and I know it's really obscure, people go, yeah, but you're not telling us what to do. Well, nobody told you I could tell you how to fix the fucker. I didn't let it get this far. I was just one of them, you know what I mean? I played my part and I've got to put my hand up, I suppose, to a degree. But bearing in mind I've lived outside the system all the time, how much responsibility do I have to take? So hey, as far as I'm concerned, all these persons and people that have just gone along with shit, and then that are doing that without knowing why, or believing that there's something a little wonky now. I mean, does anybody really have to think too hard to know that something's going on? Something. Well, if you look at something's going wrong and you look at how wrong other things are, you've only got to look at the twin fucking tower blocks, haven't you? And Grenfell Hills and things like that. You've only got to look and you say, actually, yes, things are going on. How far is it? Well, is it really a stretch to really believe that this big boys club that we know exists through Freemasonry and all of these other secret societies, and bearing in mind we all know one, so they're not little, they're not little, and they make up quite a fucking portion of the population when you look into it, certainly the population that run things, right through to all forms of commerce, and very innocent ones who know not what's going on, but they want peripherally anyway, and it's a boys club and they're cool because it has benefits. But the reality is, here they are, and you want to say, can there be two sides? Can there be them and us and nobody tell anything? The Freemasons tell you all the secrets? Ask a Freemason what that fucker means. You know that? Just ask them why. They're not going to tell you. For nothing they're not going to tell you. So why would they tell you? They're going to kill fucking 95% of the population. And they're alright, because they're going to keep their mouth shut. And if they tell anybody, they won't. They won't be alright. So you want to know if there can be that big a secret. There already is in many, many aspects. The law, the creation of money. Your rights, persons. Can they keep a secret? Really? We're only a very small percentage of the internet that actually get the fact that the all caps name is a fraud on us, on us. It's actually a trust. I don't need to go into it now. There's plenty of videos to talk about it, and I'll probably make one about it very soon anyway, because there's all sorts of things coming, as you know. So actually thinking about it, I have actually got to make a video, but that'll be going into maybe a website or something. But on that and leading into that and get explanations to things. So anyway, there's lots going on. But do we really believe? Is there anybody out there really believes now that they can't keep a secret that's so fucking big that they can put out in plain sight and no fucker believe? Because it's so big, and all they've got is us fucking whack jobs shouting it out, and everybody's going, fucking hell, don't listen to him, he thinks the world's flat. Have you heard his thoughts on the moon? And now he's going to tell you the law's a joke. So folks, yeah, can they keep a secret that big? You tell me. And to me, I laugh because I do find it absolutely amusing. Comfortably numb, thank you. It was kind of given to me, and yes, I am comfortably numb. I'm at the point now where I don't know if you were with me, we'd all laugh together and we'd fix this shit, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I am at that point where it is all laughable, because what you've got people who know damn well that this plan scamming ain't been verified or identified. It has not been it hasn't been positively identified at all, anywhere, or isolated, should I say, anywhere at all. That means it does not fucking exist. So you've got really intelligent people talking about the efficacy of vaccines. What are we even discussing that for if it don't exist in the first place? This is what's going on now. Intelligent folks, boing, boing, boing. Intelligent folks, real intelligent folks. Some of my friends, intelligent folks, who know damn well it doesn't exist and still enter into the discussion about the efficacy of the jab schemes. Come on, folks. Or the hidden medications that'll fix it. It don't exist. It don't exist. Come on, folks. It don't exist. And this is where we are, and this is why, I suppose, this is why a lot of these people with their heads in the sand that are going around like that, and they sort of know something's going on and they won't take the fuckers off, because even the ones that absolutely know haven't got the balls to come out and put their fucking foot down and say, no, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. Because we know it doesn't, because you can't prove it does. And if you could prove it does, we'd all know it does, so you would prove it does. It would be a really simple thing to do. Say, here you go, this is what we've found, and here it is. They can't do it. If they can't do that, why? Year and a half in, they can't do that. Why? So why are we debating it? Why are we debating the efficacy of fucking hydroxy, chlorines, and chloroquines, and all of the various things that people say, this works, that works, the other works, the other works. On what? On what? We've got an hay fever variant at the minute, and they're going towards a protester variant. Tell me, what fucking medication so far? I'll tell you, honey. There's how to fix it. Here's your hay fever variant. And when you get your protester variant, well, don't fucking protest. There's that. Put your arse into learn who you are within the trust relationship. Learn to be free from their grasp. Learn to not give a shit what they're doing. That is a really empowering place to be. Trust me. You don't need to give a shit about the next round of bullshit they're doing. The only reason I'm even hearing about it is because I need to try and tell folks and wake people, so I do listen to the conversations. Otherwise, I'd say to people, not even fucking interested. Don't care. Don't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. They're never, ever, ever going to say to me, you've got to have this jab now. It's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're not ever going to say, stick this fucking thing up your nose. It's fucking what? But first, before you do, let's stick it to the back of your throat. The most bacteria-filled place in the body, bar none, not even your ass. So let's collect all that bacteria, and then let's bang the blood-brain barrier with the fucker. Nobody's going to say that to me. They're just not. Why? Because I don't give a shit. Because I know it don't exist. Prove to me. Prove to me it exists. Empirical evidence, as Jody would say. They have to prove it exists. If they can't prove it exists, there is no discussion on anything else. At all. At all, at all, at all, at all. What we're talking about. Shall we talk about medicines? Let's have loads of conversations about medicines. Let's have some. I'd love to have conversations about medicines. True medicines, frequencies. Frequencies. Natural shit that grows out there as well. It grows, all your medicines really do, because it is all there. And that used to sound bizarre to me when I used to hear it, but then I woke up to it and realised, yeah, actually, because you start, yeah, and I don't say listen to all the shit on the internet, because a lot of people just pass on what they hear. And don't forget, the shills are out there putting bullshit out, as I've evidenced before, listening to bullshit when I was having an heart attack and I took what I'd heard on the internet and put a spoonful of cayenne pepper in my fucking mouth. Yeah, right fucking idea. Don't listen to just shit because it's on the internet. Do your own due diligence. But there is loads of shit, and if people tell you a fantastic remedy for something, do your due diligence. Don't just start putting your shit in your body because you've heard something on the internet. That's exactly how they pull us down. That's how the quacks pull us down. These so-called professionals that peddle their poisons. They say because you heard something on the internet and you just went and tried it. Yeah, they can say that, but they can't if you do your own due fucking diligence, can they? As the doctor tried to with me, a cardiologist tried to pull that shit with me, and then I pulled Linus Pauling out on him, and he tried to sort of put him down a bit. I'm like, hang on a minute, the guy's got hundreds of peer-reviewed papers that are actually out there published. He's wrote hundreds of books. Tell me, what you done? Where are you in this game? He's known as the world's most leading expert. This is what I could come back with because I'd done my own due diligence. They can't stop you, they can't put you down if you know something. Don't just hear something and pass it. Know something. Know it because you looked into it, you followed it through. Anyway, boing boing, didn't we just? Hey, what can I say? Here's what it is. I haven't had much time to put much out lately, and the next couple of weeks, I keep saying couple of weeks, but the next couple of weeks are probably going to be very busy as well. But summer's coming soon, I promise you. Looking real good. I just can't tell you too much, and I can't give you too many ideas on dates because we just don't have the fucking date ourselves. If we had a date, then we'd try and beat it and get it before, so we'd be lying anyway. So the second we can be ready, you will know, and that I can guarantee. And what a world it's going to be. Let's all learn shit together, because I don't know it all, and I tell everybody all the time I don't know it all. There's loads of folks know loads more than me, but maybe I just know something a little bit different, and maybe I just know the track I'm on better. What can I say? I'm clearly one of the guys who knows his shit according to what I do. There's other folks do other shit who know what they do. I'm at the point now where I don't really care about all the bullshit out there. I don't care about all the distraction of hating each other within the game. I don't care about any of it. I'm just doing my shit. If I've got haters, I'll always have haters, because I'm a doer and they're a talker. But hey, what can I say about that fucker? It don't need to matter to me, because while they're talking, I'm still doing. It's hard to pull somebody down that's actually doing what they say. So crack on. But look forward to it, guys, because we are, and things are coming. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy. You may get a bit of vitamin D. This is the first day I've seen any form of white light. I won't call it sun because I know a bit about the solar reflector. But I would go and enjoy it while you bloody can, because it's not going to last long. Raining tomorrow. I don't know, I don't look at the weather forecast, but I'm sure they're just going to piss all over us now. They've given us a couple of sunny days. It must have been a royal's birthday or something. They do prescribe it when you look into it, or somebody that they class as important will have booked a nice day. Anyway, it is what it is, folks. Have a great one, and boing boing, let your minds bounce, because that's where the magic happens. Have a good one. Ta-da.